friends, those who know you are very happy. They are very happy with their lives, but you are the only person who is suffering for that matter. All right? That is the question I want to ask you today, and we want to get into this conversation to find the truth about things that sometimes we do, thinking that we are trying to help people, thinking that we are so kind. Kindness is the best thing that you can offer to every person around you, but the moment you do not understand how to be kind to people, you turn kindness into being used. I have seen and I've heard and I've talked to, even this morning, I was guiding one of the lady who approached me and was asking me that, what do I do? I'm so much in love, but I feel like the guy is not good to me. He's a bad guy. He's mistreating me. I'm crying every night. I can't sleep. I'm getting hard on myself. Why must you get into this kind of a situation? Why must you find yourself trying to beg for people to help you and to understand you? You see, guys, there is this term that we have had for quite some time. You are working alone. Your family, maybe no one is working. It's only you who is working out there. You got a job. You're getting paid some little amount of money as salary. And you have become the breadwinner of your house. Gladys, thank you for coming. You have become the breadwinner of your house. How do you make sure that you are winning bread for these people, but at the same time you remain happy? I can tell you, you will hear a lot of people talking about firstborn kids or children are never happy. Why? Because sometimes you are born in this family where you had nothing or you had so little. So you are a son of the house or a daughter of the house, but again, you become the breadwinner of that house. Because at least level to a point where you can earn and feed your family. But it comes with some sacrifice. I know so many people who are working outside, they are working very hard. But at the end of the month, they never smile. In fact, at the end of the month, they get it rough than they might have celebrated the hard work that they have done. Remember, you have been working for 30 round days. Every single day you wake up in the morning, you take a shower. The first thing that you do is work, work, work. You don't even think about breakfast because sometimes you might not even have time to get that breakfast. It is not that you cannot afford the breakfast, but you can afford the breakfast, but not time to have it. So you're working so hard, working every day, tirelessly, make sure that you win a bread for your family members. Unfortunately, unfortunately, these family members sometimes they will never understand. They will never understand the situation you are in. And that's why I'm asking people in today's question, are you being kind or are you making some people happy, but you're suffering? Are you being used by the people who are closer to you? You see, people take being used to be in relationship, like for example, a man was using her, a woman was using him, but people forget that sometimes we get used by the people who are so closer to us, family members, friends, colleagues, and they use us because we make them happy. At the same time, we suffer pain to make sure that they are happy. So if you are the one winning bread for your family members, but you have never gotten that time to have peace with yourself, you work from morning to night. You work every single day for 30 straight days. But the moment you get your money, the first thing you are thinking about, I know some of the people who I work with here, some of the people who are just closer to me that I have to talk to, some of my colleagues, some of the people who work around where I am, you have a talk with them, you sit down to start talking with them. You realize that these people work And at the end of the month, they send 90% of their earnings, 80% of their earnings to the people they love, their loved ones. At the same time, when you have to send 80% or 90% of your earnings to the people you love, your family members, maybe you're paying school fees for a cousin, you're paying school fees for a daughter of your aunt, and so forth and so on. There are friends here also who wants help from you, and you are invited in these groups, WhatsApp group, where we are contributing money because of a funeral, we are contributing money because of a birthday, we are contributing money because of a wedding somewhere. So because you don't want to disappoint people, you go margins to borrow money from friends to make sure that you get in the list of this WhatsApp group as a contributor. Because you don't want to disappoint your friends, you don't want to disappoint people who know that you've got a job. You have used totally the 90% to cater for the needs and bills for your family. Family who sometimes also don't understand. I'm so sorry that some of us, not all of us, some of us are so unlucky that we were born in families who had nothing, and at least they tried to give us a push, and we got a little education. You get outside there, you got a job. But instead of these family members understanding that we had none, and we used to sleep angry or hungry, all right? And now just that God has opened the way for me to earn a little money, they do not want to understand. They have now become rich. They have forgotten the past. Now it is you to be pushed to get that pain to make them happy. They now want a DSTV. They want the budget to be changed to something else. They want to take a thick tea in the morning. You see, my point is, are you kind, or are you just being used because of your kindness? We preach kindness. I'm one person who preaches kindness. I'm one person who tells everybody to be kind. But we have never been taught, like, how kind are we supposed to be? How kind are we supposed to be? Guys, let me today advise you as a coach. The first person that you have to be kind to is yourself. God is going to punish you for being kind to others and not being kind to yourself. Because you see, when we read the Bible and we talk about the Garden of Eden, we relate the Garden of Eden to ourselves, our body. We were given our body to take care of. We relate our body to the temple of God as a dwelling place of God. So if you ain't kind to this body, God has given you an opportunity to have a job where you can earn some little money. God has given you space to breathe and to see the energy to work and earn this money. But at the end of every month, you are crying pains. At the end of every month, you're crying and wondering, why? Where is my money? I cannot even feel the power or the strength, the goodness of my money. I've been working for 10 years. I've been working for 20 years. I can't account for anything that has come from this work. God is going to punish you for that. My dear brothers, there are some things that we neglect, we ignore, but these things are even bigger than the sins that you're trying to think about. Remember, God says, and even Jesus Christ said, that there is no sin that is bigger than the other. So if there is one thing that you're doing and ignoring, and that this is not a big, crying every single day, single month, that you cannot understand where your money is going, is making you not to get that kind of comfort with your money, because you kind of telling God that, after all, you gave me nothing. Listen, guys, you are crying every month that you do not know where your money is going, but God has given you an opportunity to work and earn. Don't you think you are telling God, you have given me nothing? How can we understand how to be kind to people so that we don't get to be used? We don't get to be, somebody is also saying being taken for granted. People don't appreciate what you are doing. People don't appreciate the pain you go. Today I was going through my TikTok, and I just randomly, what I do with my TikTok, I always try to search for some videos. I don't just watch videos randomly. I just search pain. I just type pain on TikTok, and then those videos with pain will come, and you will watch those videos. You just text or write anything on such key, like for example, earning and not loving, earning and not happy. You will find numerous videos. So today, when I was trying to search earning and not happy, I met some videos of most of the guys working abroad, and their families are back at home. And most of these videos were like, guys, you should stop asking us for money, because we are not just picking this money. Guys, you should not think like we have a lot of money. We are also just working so hard. You see, guys, I have some videos that I've done. I also have a course that I've done in terms of managing your money with your family, with the people that you love. This is where we mess a lot. And a lot of people today are in pains because we do not understand how to be kind to people. We do not understand when it comes to love as well. We love and we forget ourselves. We give love to people. We have given ourselves and our love to people that people have started controlling us. Like, I cannot do without them. Why would a human being push you to a point where you feel like you cannot do without them? This is another way of being used. Why would a human being push you, even if it is love, even if it is a relationship? The moment you're feeling like somebody is pushing you to a point where you're feeling, I cannot do without them, you're being used at a certain level. Because I understand that a real relationship, a real lover, a real man or woman who wants the best for you will train you inside that relationship to be able to understand that being alone and lonely is the best thing that you can have in this world. And they can be able to give you an opportunity to understand that even without them, you can live. But today, you meet somebody who's telling you that, I can't do without them. That is being used. You are being used. Guys, don't forget to like the video. If you're watching with me, don't forget to like the video. Let's like the video. Let's get to some 10,000 likes over there, guys. Don't forget to like it if you're watching. So let us now try to point out the things that we are doing that is harming us, the things that we are doing, thinking that we are doing some kind of, kindness to the people around us. But in reality, we are not being kind to people. We are just harming ourselves. You see, kindness must always start by yourself. The things you're doing to people, you must do them to yourself. Number one, if you are paying bills for some people, you must make sure that your bills are paid before you pay their bills. If you're buying something, assets, liabilities, anything, presents, gifts to people out there, you must be sure that you are buying these things to yourself. Remember, God in as an opportunity to have a job, to have a business that is giving you some kind of, profits. God is not giving you this business to only help people. He is giving you this business to help yourself. And the moment you have helped yourself, you can have the energy to help others. We say that when this glass is empty, if you're given this glass while it is empty, and God has given you opportunity where you can get water, and you fill this glass, you're not filling this glass to pass it over to another person. You are filling it so that it can help you to have water for yourself. The moment you continue filling this glass, when it is overflowing, when your glass is overflowing, that's the time you pass it over to other people. A lot of people have been saying that rich people are mean. People will tell you that, oh, rich people, their money, you can never, touch their money and so forth and so. Let me tell you something, guys. People who are rich, they will continue being rich because they understand that the moment you get your glass half, you need to work hard to fill that glass. You do not have to pour your water off again and it is just still half. They work hard every day to fill their glass. So when their glass starts to overflow, that's when you see them coming out and giving to charity, coming out and giving other people, helping other people to start their own. But for us guys, our glass is just half. You started celebrating, you started showing people how you have a job, you have a water source, your glass is almost half. You're moving towards filling it. You're not going to be happy, guys. The problem with our society today, people want to be entertained. People don't want to listen to some bitter information that will make you feel twice or think twice. You have to help people, you have to be there for people, but remember, people, you are also a person. This is the rule of happiness. The rule to happiness and kindness is myself first. I am the person who is supposed to be shown kindness. So the moment I show myself kindness and I'm full of kindness, that is the only time I can be kind to others. Remember, guys, all of you want to be kind, but you are sad inside. All of you want to show kindness, but inside you are so bitter. How can you be kind to others? First of all, you need to be happy. So this happiness just comes when you get kindness into yourself. So I know those guys who are working out here. I know those guys who are working so hard. Sometimes you don't even have an off. But the moment the money is getting into your wallet, the moment it's getting into your bank account, the first thing is you run to these remittance shops or banks to send money to the people that you love. The question is, how much did you save for yourself? There's a time one guy came to me, was seeking advice, and he was talking about this kind of, he's in a fixed situation where he's working so hard, trying to work so hard to make his family better. But unfortunately, the problem is he's feeling like he's giving everything. So he's remaining with nothing because he's the only breadwinner. No one has anything. Then I asked him that, all right, you are the breadwinner, right? Yes. And no one else is working in your family, right? Yes. Do you have brothers or sisters who are adults, maybe 18 years and above? Yeah. My brother is a graduate still. He doesn't have a job. My sister is just finishing her college, so I'm still paying for her school fees. And my mom is at home. How old is your mom? Oh, he told me the age, and we talked. Then I asked him a very difficult question. That, brother, let us assume that tonight you will no longer be there. God forbid. You're not saying that you die. You are the only breadwinner, right? Yes. Let's say that tonight you sleep and you don't wake up tomorrow. Do you have any savings that will win bread for your family for the rest of their lives? He looked up and he shook his head. He said, no. I asked him, if you don't wake up the next day in the morning, will your family go down with you where you will be buried? Will they die with you because you have been the only breadwinner? He looked up, he said, no. Then I asked him the next question. I asked him that now, if they will not be buried with you once you are gone, you don't wake up the next morning and they will not be buried with you. He said, yes. Then I asked him, so why are you telling me that you are the only breadwinner? The only breadwinner in our lives, guys, is God. God is the only breadwinner in our lives. Do not be lied to. Don't be cheated. It is not being mean. It is not being hard on people, but it is making people understand that we can all bring our hands together, work hard, and I will give little, you will give little, the other person will bring little, and at the end of it all, we will be bringing something onto the table. But the moment you take the crown that I am the breadwinner, you have destroyed the life of your family, and the life of people who depend on you. You do not become a breadwinner when there are some people who are capable of doing something to be part of breadwinning. Guys, I will repeat again. It is only God that is a breadwinner. No one on this earth has got the power to tell another person that I'm the only breadwinner. If you are the only breadwinner, you are not saving. You are earning your money. You are not saving a single coin. If tomorrow you don't wake up, who's going to win the bread for them? Are you going to die with them? Are they going to die once you are gone? Because you are the only breadwinner. Are they going to die? Guys, are you being kind to yourself or you're being used? Are you being kind to yourself or you're being taken, I don't know how to put this. We got to be wise enough to be kind to people, but not harm ourselves and not harm the people we are being kind to. I've reached this point where I have looked into life and I realized that if you make everything for people, they become weak, they become lazy. And I want to give you an example, guys. This example, I give it every time because it is what made me become the person I am. You see, guys, when I was a teenager, my mom was alive. My mom had not died. I always give this example to people when I teach about this kindness and everything. And my mom was so kind to us, so kind and gentle with us, such that she used to provide everything to us when we were teenagers. So she used to help us to understand that for somebody to give you something, you need to work. So how she used to do that, we would, even like this season is a Christmas season. So we will come like, oh, mom, I went to this shop and they told me that this is the cloth that is now in the fashion. I need it. Then mom will tell us that, okay, if you need that cloth, you're going to go to the river and fetch some water and bring water. Or you're going to go to the forest and fetch some firewood and bring it. Then you will get it. So you see, at my teenage, I grew knowing that I have to be given that. It has to be bought for me. I have to, mom has to go outside there, work and bring us whatever we need. And fortunately, sometimes, there's a video I did is, even in YouTube, I always say that, I thank God that my mom died. And not in a negative way, but from a positive perspective. When I look at my life today and try to imagine that if mom would have been alive, I would have been a very lazy person. So God removed my mom when I was still a teenager. And from that time, I started to understand how difficult life is. Because no one was there now to provide. Mom was not there. There was no one I could run to like, mom, I saw a cloth in a shop and that is in fashion. I need it to be bought for me. And then she would say, go to the river and fetch water. I reached a point where I could go to the shop and see this cloth and say that, oh, it's December, Christmas, and I need this cloth. How do I get it? I've got to go outside there, get something, do that job, and find that cloth. Sometimes we used to even go to the forest, cut down trees, burn charcoals. You go sell this charcoal for you to buy Christmas clothes. So I learned through that. This is why I tell people this. When you are kind, too much kind, without reasoning out that the people you're providing to, they have got energy. They need to be taught. The way you are going to the river to, fish, you must train these people also on how to fish. That is why a person like you should not be providing everything. You should become part of being a breadwinner, not the only breadwinner. That language of I am the only breadwinner must get out of your heads, guys. It is killing a lot of people. I have seen families that have suffered immediately after the death of a family member. Why? Because they had put all their needs and expectation on one person. So he became the only breadwinner. He's the one who knew how to go outside there and do some business and get something. And he taught no one. So when they die, that family completely gets astray. Be somebody who understands. Sometimes you have money. Just say, I don't have. Sometimes they want 50,000 and you have 100,000. Tell them, I can only give 10,000. You don't have to give all 50,000. That is not kindness. That is making people lazy. And that is harming yourself. Kindness is understanding how to help people know how to fish instead of giving them fish. You are that more kind to somebody when you can make them learn how to get the things you're giving to them. Are you getting my point, guys? You are more kind to a person when you can teach them to know how to get the things that you're giving to them every single day. You are more kind to your family if you have got adults also in that place and you are the only person calling yourself the breadwinner. So let us agree that it is time to stop crying, guys. I want you to think deeply. Be honest with yourself at this moment. As I'm speaking to you guys, I want you to figure and picture how much money are you earning at the moment. You have a business, you are employed, and for all these years, you have been knowing that you are the only breadwinner within your family. How much money are you getting or are you earning for yourself? How much money is your business giving to you? And what are you settling in your house? And if you have got some siblings, you have got your sisters, you have got your brothers, what are they doing? How old are they? Are they mature enough to go outside there and look for a job? Guys, we are in a season or a generation where we have to take a job that is there, that can earn us. As long as this job is not harming you health-wise, as long as this job is not going to kill you tomorrow, people must be taught that we only eat. They're planning to buy a car. Those people who are planning to start saving, the year 2022. The year 2020, 2022 is already going. It's already disappearing. Maybe you saved nothing. There's nothing you can account for. So what are you going to do from today? How are you going to change your life? It is start by thinking like, I have been providing 90% of my earnings, whether it is salary, whether it is business profit. I have been using this 9% or 80% to settle every kind of a bill that my family have. What do I do now? Guys, the best thing to do for your family is one, to educate them on how to minimize consumption. It is to educate them to understand that we have a future. And if I'm the only breadwinner, ask them a question, sit with them down and ask them a question. If tomorrow I wake up, not even I wake up, if tomorrow you guys wake up and I'm not breathing, where are you going to start? Are you going to die with me? No. Will you, because I was not there, I'm dead? The second day, because I'm the only breadwinner, are you guys going to die? They will say no. Then what does that mean? It means once you have departed, they will get away on how they can win the bread. So train these people to find that way and process at this moment when you are still alive. This is the secret, because we are calling ourselves breadwinners. But when we are not there, when we die, these people will still eat. They will still pay their bills. What is going to happen? They are going to work hard. I am, a little bit lenient to an elderly person. For example, you are the only daughter and your parents are so old they cannot work. That's fine. You will have to take care of all the bills. I'm lenient with the people who have got siblings who are still young. You have got still small kids and your parents are, old, they can't work. But even if your parents are still alive and they can work, they still have energy to work. My dear sister and brother, stop feeding your parents with money to feed your kids, your siblings, your brothers and sisters, to pay school fees for your brothers and sisters, revenue from them. When your parents are alive and they are energetic, help them to understand that they can set up business. Okay? Invest for them in that business. Let them get something. Let them support you in supporting them. Remember, we are children. The only commandment God gives us is to respect our parents so as our days can be remembered, can be, increased. We can live long. We need to respect them. The, the rule or the role of provision in the house is left to our parents. But because we are kind, because these are our parents, because these are people who have taken care of us, they've given us food, they have clothed us, they have taken good care of us, we need to say thank you to them. So how do you say that thank you? You do not say thank you to your parents by giving them money every end of the month, and they're so energetic. When you will die, or when you will not be there, sometimes some of you get married to husband and wives who will not even allow you to help your parents. Am I lying? There are those of you here who are now helping, you are really helping your parents. But the moment you get married, maybe your husband or your wife will put a block, no helping your parent anymore. So at that time, what are they going to do? This is why we must always be kind but wise. Be kind but be wise. Guys, unfortunately, maybe we are here on TikTok, but I see we kind of gonna lose uh, on TikTok, but I'm still live on YouTube for the next like 20 minutes. So I'll be switching to YouTube because my phone is dying. If you still want to continue with this conversation to learn more about being kind and how to give, to your parents, you can join me on YouTube, the same name, Johngora. This is, maybe it's gonna go off. I don't know. If it goes off, you can join over here on the YouTube side, but still you can continue watching because the phone is still on. If you see it going off, you can always join on the other side on YouTube channel, Johngora. So I need to understand. I need to understand, guys. Um, are you people having this kind of experience I'm trying to say here? Let me not just make noise, because sometimes, I could be teaching, but it's all noise. These things, is experiencing these kind of things I'm talking about. Temba Junior 82, thank you for the flowers that you're giving. So uh, always, guys, I'm trying to plead with you guys that always be ready to understand how to support the people you want to support. Always remember that giving people fish is not helping them. Try to make people understand how to go to the river and fish. The moment they learn that, with you or without you, they will survive. But if you do not do that, um, you know, it will, somebody saying, oh, John turning 40, just been in the process of breaking the black tax chain. Wow. Bobo, I understand you. I'm not, I don't help anybody with money. Liberty 456, yeah. You know, that money thing, helping people with money, send me money, send me. I suffered a lot to make a decision to cut it, to just remove this, help me with money, send me money. It took me some time. I had to sit down and think and talk to myself and even go through the Bible and read Bible verses to understand what really is kindness. Is kindness always giving people money? Is kindness every time getting into these WhatsApp groups? I have a WhatsApp group. I'm wedding. My friend, if you want to wed, if you are my friend and you want to wed, get money and wed. If you cannot afford a wedding, why are you bothering people to contribute for your wedding? After all, wedding is not a ceremony. Wedding is just standing out at the altar with a witness, with the pastor to read the word and pray for you. Get the rings, get a bread, even if it's not a cake. Eat it. You've done. You go get married. You bothering people with a wedding, I don't know WhatsApp group that we have to contribute. This is not, it's not worth it. Come on, guys, we are in another generation. If you are man enough and you want to get married, show people that, sure, you're a woman, you're a man enough, you can afford to pay for your wedding. You are a woman, you need that wedding. Help your man to cater for everything that you need for your wedding. Stop calling people into WhatsApp groups that, come on, people. It took me sometimes, guys, to come to senses with myself and just cut off this WhatsApp group wedding, WhatsApp group and funeral. If there is a WhatsApp group that someone is sick in hospital and bills is being paid, it is okay. That is somebody who's fighting for life. We need to help. The family can't pay the bill. They have tried. It is too much. We cannot pay. But somebody has died. You are nowhere. Nobody even invited you to a WhatsApp group that someone was sick and needed money. But the moment this person died, thousands and thousands of groups have formed that, oh, so and so died. We are organizing for the funeral. Where were you when he was sick? When this person was sick and fighting for his life or her life in the hospital, why did you not allow us to understand? Even we could just buy a Ray-Bana. We could just even buy a Lucozade. We could just buy water and give to them. Sometimes these people just needed a bottle of water, and that bottle of water would have afforded and gave to them, and maybe they would have just gasped and they come back to life. We wait until people die. Then when people die, we form a group. I think a grandchild, a son to, brother to, I don't know, cousins to, they're forming groups. And wherever the place, at one point in time, I was invited in 4 groups. And these 4 groups was for a funeral function of a one person. One person died and 4 people have already formed groups. So these people are collecting money. So I was like, guys, I was invited in this group. I was invited in the other group. The other guy also invited me. So why all these groups? Let us know that we can be kind, but we must also be wise when we are practicing kindness. There reaches a time when we need to tell people and teach people the truth on how to deal with issues. If you cannot afford things, stop pushing people to help you afford it. Okay, guys? I hope that I'm not so hard on you guys, right? Am I so hard? Come on, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Stephen on YouTube is saying, I myself am experiencing it. Okay. Fain Onyancha just joined. Hi, joined happily. Fain, we've talked about this. Fain Onyancha is one of my students. Sometimes comes to my classes, and I think she's one of those guys who have passed through a very difficult situation, but we've tried to put things into radar. So sometimes we need to understand these things. They might sound so hard. Sometimes, let me tell you guys, sometimes you might think that you are very arrogant or you are very selfish, but you are not. What you are doing is the right thing. We must understand that at times we need to be selfish to a certain level. We need to be mean to a certain level. We need to be a little bit considerate. Guys, I used to contribute. Let me just give you a short story about wedding. I used to contribute for wedding until 2019. Yes, it was 2019. I was invited. We were invited, by the way, myself and a cousin of mine who also stays in Bahrain. I'm from Kenya, but I stay in Bahrain. I work in Bahrain. So a friend of us in Kenya invited us for his wedding. And he introduced us to a group, a WhatsApp group. So we were there seeing how people were, chatting and talking about contribution. And the target was made that this money has to be contributed and the people in this group must contribute that amount. So me and my cousin, we had a conversation in Bahrain and we agreed, like, instead of sending money to this guy, why don't we give him a surprise? Let's talk to someone back in Kenya to buy even like a whole set of a sofa set for his house, buy a sofa set. And on the same day of the wedding, we send it, even though we are not there because we are not going to attend. Instead of contributing money here, this money people are just going to eat. And after wedding, what about their life after wedding? They need to have a life after wedding. So this money we are talking about here, they are budgeting. I don't know how many bowls, I don't know how many chicken, how many, I don't know, goes to catering. So why don't we just, contribute this money, talk to a furniture guy or something like that. We can furnish their house, or even something like a bed. So we hesitated. We did not contribute money. We were just in the group and listening and watching what was going on. So all of a sudden, this guy sent to me a personal message and sent to my cousin as well a personal message asking like, when are you guys contributing? Because I haven't seen you guys sending money. But we told him because we wanted to surprise him, right? So we cannot tell him that, we are planning this. We told him that just be quiet, be polite, be patient. We are trying to organize something. Guys, the following week, I think it was like a month to the wedding, right? So the week after we had talked, after he had sent a personal message, that guy blocked me and he blocked my cousin as well. So we could not reach them in WhatsApp. And all of a sudden we were removed from the group. So I was like, but why did they have to do that? In our side, we are planning a surprise because I believe that these guys have got a life after wedding. All right? It is not just wedding day, there is after wedding. So I told my cousin, we agreed that we forget about it, cancel all the plans, whatever we wanted to do, we've been thrown away out of the wedding. So let us not be part of it because we cannot entertain somebody. You want to be happy when you are given money, when you see somebody sending you money, but you don't know what somebody is planning for you. Number two, you do not know whether these people have got money or they don't have. They do not know. He's struggling to get cash from us, to get money from us. But we understand that you need money. But when we are looking at the budget, we do not see a future budget here. The budget for this wedding is everything that will be eaten and entertained and, on the same wedding day. So my question is, after wedding, what follows next? Okay, you will enjoy wedding. You will have golden, plates and spoons. You will have some flowers. You will have, I don't know, catering from Mombasa. You'll invite catering from Nairobi. You will have a procession of 20 cars. Then you stand in front of the church. The pastor prays and you take a vow. And then you move. And the cars that you hire go back to the owner. The plates, the golden plates that you hire, the catering goes back to Nairobi. Then you have you yourself and your wife. That is where life now starts to teach you that true life. Let us be reasonable, people. Be kind to people, but be wise. So you see, from that experience, I came to cut myself. I don't contribute for weddings. I only teach people how to manage their wedding. Because if you want a wedding, remember a wedding is between a man and a woman. You must be ready for it. You do not plan for a wedding and you can't afford the budget that you're talking about. You're giving people 100,000 as the budget. And then when you're asked, so how much are you contributing? I have only 20,000. So 20,000 and your budget is 100,000. Where is this 80,000 going to come from? Somebody is also saying, brother, where do I find a husband? I really need a husband. Muka Budia is asking for a husband. Guys, men are here. Muka, men are here. Somebody to start a chat with this lady here who's ready for, Somebody saying, John, do you know what? Katushtush, I guess, Katushtush, I know you. We were talking this morning. Is another person who was in the same problem. John, do you know what? Ever since I knew you, I don't have to worry about life. Thank you, Katushtush. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. That's a very great comment over there. Thank you for that comment, Katushtush. Somebody is also saying, and they will be the ones to laugh after you're failing. Of course, people. If you have to go for a ceremonial wedding, be prepared for it. Personally, with this generation that we are in today, As I told you, people are so jealous, people are so mean, people are so bad nowadays. Even when you introduce your loved ones to them, they are only waiting for that time when you will be departing or breaking up. In fact, today in my country, when you introduce a wife or you introduce a fiancé, people will be telling you that mtaachana tu, mtaachana tu, like this relationship will just end. So you wonder, people are bitter. People are so bitter, guys. So Keter Bin is also asking me a question that is so personal, and I don't want to answer because you will be angry, you will be jealous, you will be bitter with me because people don't want to hear such kind of questions being answered. When you answer, they start with the negative side. Oh, mtaachana tu. After all, it will just end. How many relationships have we gotten? How many relationships have we seen? Even Shakira was in love, but Shakira nowadays is divorced. People are going to give you examples, guys, that will make you feel like, oh, maybe my marriage is going to end tomorrow. My first time to join you, and I believe it will bring a change. Thank you so much. Uh, Please, you should ever tag me to watch your videos when you are on live. Please, it's so educative. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just follow me. You will always be reminded when I'm live. And if you want to watch this, where we are, listen, people don't care out here. Did we just lose the connection? Okay, we are back. We are back again on TikTok. So, guys on YouTube, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to comment as well. I want to read some comments from YouTube as well. Hello, sir. I'm here, though I'm late. Chef Believer, sorry for being late. So inspiring. Admire people who choose to shine even after all the storms they have been through. Yes, you've got to choose to shine, baby. You've got to choose to shine. You don't have to stay in the same place where you are. Remember, um, when you have passed through difficulties in life, when your life has been so tough, you don't want to give up. Don't give up when life is still tough. My teaching is give up when you are smiling. Never give up when life is still tough, because life wants to push you to hell, but you do not want to stop there. You want to work hard to get out of hell. So how do you do that? You do that by continuing. When life is giving you, pushing you hard, show life that you can be better. You can do something that can get you off that hook. Hafi Wa Ibra is saying, whenever I am depressed, I look for your videos, I feel better. Mwah, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. If my videos are making you get better, I wonder if love actually exists. It does exist, baby. It does. Are you live on YouTube? Yes, Chef Believer, I'm live on YouTube right now. Johngora, you can go there and watch. The video is live on YouTube as well. Smile all through the storm. Exactly, that's what you need to do. It's not safe out here. Napakesi, it is not safe. But Napakesi, I have a case with you. Napakesi, you signed for a 30 minutes conversation with me, but you never appeared on that day. I waited for you for over 30 minutes and you never appeared. I even sent you an email. You did not respond to it. So sometimes guys here want to be part of, wants to get some advice from me, and they always, book an appointment, and the time after booking appointment, they don't show up. So Napakesi, I have a case with you, please. I don't know why you never came for your appointment. The appointment was there. I was ready waiting for you, but you never showed up. Sometimes the people who act the happiest are the ones going through the most. Exactly. Not sometimes. Most of the people who smile out here are going through hell. Guys, personally, I'm a smiling face every time you meet me. I'll be smiling at you. I think it was, is it last Friday or last Wednesday? I went to watch a football match in the stadium, and just after finishing watching the match, when I was turning around, a certain lady ran to me and was like, "Johngora, how are you?" And I did not know her, but at the look at her face, I could see that happiness and how she was so, amazed and so happy seeing me. And it gave me that kind of, energy. Like, if people can be so great that they saw you, even if it is for the first time, they have been seeing you online, they've been seeing you, but then they get an opportunity of seeing you, and seeing you brings happiness to them, makes them smile. I shook her hand, and I could not even ask, like, do I know you? I just said, whatever. Whether I know you, whether I don't know her, it was a nice experience. So I'm this guy who smiles every time. It doesn't mean that every time everything is good on my side. Sometimes I go through a lot, but that doesn't push me to be sad. It doesn't push me to be sad. Napakesi is saying, pardon me, I got an emergency. Can I book another one? You have the link, Napakesi. You know where that is. You can, if you want to book again, book. But like I was advised previously with a guy who was watching here, I will not be giving these free sessions. I'll be charging every session that you book so that people don't miss those sessions. Because I've got a lot of people booking and closing for other people who are serious, who wants to come for them. And then they don't turn up. They book and they don't turn up. That ni muda kidogo tu watachana. Stephen is saying that, yeah, sometimes when you introduce your spouses or your fiancés or your husbands, people are telling you that, oh, in just a short period of time, you will just leave each other. So that is true. That is what happens outside here. So, guys, let's meet again tomorrow, same time, from 5 p.m., guys, or from 6 p.m. Oh, Kasasa Evelyn is saying, let me watch you from here. TikTok has no network. All right. So, guys, I'm ending this conversation right now here because I've got a class to attend to. There are some group of ladies from South Africa. I'm supposed to be talking to them right now. So allow me to close this conversation here so I can attend to their class. Tomorrow, from 5:30 in the evening, we will be having another conversation. And tomorrow's conversation is going to be so deep. Be prepared if you want to watch it. Have a heart, open your ears, and be ready to take it because it's going to make you make a lot of enemies. From tomorrow's video, you're going to have a lot of enemies. Not enemies because you are a bad person, but enemies because you're going to know the truth. And the truth, the moment you know the truth shall set you free. So see you guys. Take care of yourself and may God bless you. Okay? But how can I go to America from Dubai? Thank you. Thank you. Be blessed. Be blessed too. God bless you too. God bless everyone, each one of you who came here. May God bless you. It's a pleasure having you here. And let's see each other again tomorrow, okay? So if you just came and you missed this video, remember this video is available on YouTube. You can go to my YouTube channel, Johngora, and watch it over there because it will not be deleted. It will remain there permanently. So see you, and don't forget, go to my YouTube channel. Even if you don't want this video, go there. There are so many videos you can watch there. Go and subscribe. When you subscribe, you are supporting me to exist, to be motivated, to be inspired. Your support, your following, your likes, your comments inspires me to do more and create more videos and teach you guys without fail, without fear, without pleasing you. Sometimes I know some of my teachings are really cutting some of you people's stomachs. Okay? But don't kill me for that, guys. I am just also sharing experience. All right? So take care of yourself. Much love. May God bless all of you and see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. My name is Johngora, aka The Motivator. And keep smiling, guys. Never stop smiling. God loves you. Cheers. Boom. So someone was looking for a husband. Can you imagine? But I'm not so sure whether she was so serious with that.